here's the deal. I'm gonna lay $100 bill on the dash, and when I hit the gas, you try to grab it, and if you can grab it, you can.
Wait, where'd you get $100 at?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Look here. I got it right here. All right. Right there it is.
Dude, that's $6.
You'll see. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
1, 2. Let's have a rocket side chat with the Shed Man. All right, Shed Man here. Yeah, get ready for the car shows. Put your drink right here in this thing. Yeah. I want to talk to you today about a few things. Don't want to get too comfortable because I'm getting ready to rant and rave. You know, I've been driving around these old cars all my life, and something that's come along here, I believe it's since the internet and Barrett Jackson, all them guys. A lot of people's watch that stuff, and they don't know what it's really all about, or what it's really all about to me anyway, maybe some of my viewers. You go to a car show, I've been driving Mickey around, you know, and that's the old Slant 6 Fury. It's all original car, pretty nice car, you know, but every time I go anywhere, you pull up to a gas station or a grocery store or whatever, first question, you know, they're going to ask, what's it got in it? What's it got in it? 440? It's got that 440 Hemi in it? Or whatever, you know, guys, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, no, just a small block. I'm like, no, it's not even that. It's a Slant 6. Oh, you know, like, hey, dude, it's a cool car. You know, it doesn't have to be the fastest car in the world. You know, the biggest, baddest thing in the world to be a cool car, you know. And I got this one the other day, and I know the video I made about it here, the previous video I made about it, you know, big block, you know. And so a lot of times when you're driving one of these old cars, it doesn't have a big block. It just has a small block, 2-barrel or something, but still a cool car to cruise around in. Has it got a big block in it? No. Well, if that was mine, I'd put a big block in it, you know. Okay, buddy, go get you one. But anyway, we're here at the car show here today. Hey, bud, how you doing? Yeah, big block. It's got the big block in it. That's 455 cubic inches. That's you see that Chevelle over there with the 454. This is 1 more inch than that. It's pretty nice. Thinking about boring it 125 over 80, putting a 3/4 race cam in it. Yeah. Just ranting and raving here today. But yeah, this is the big block. 455, Oldsmo 73, so they was pretty detuned by then. And you know, the truth is, and I've said this a million times to a lot of these guys who maybe just starting in the hobby or they don't know, I said, listen, you can have all those big blocks and all those muscle cars that everybody's so fond of from the late 60s, early 70s. The truth is, there's hardly a V6 minivan that won't outrun one today, you know. Just about anything will outrun. But they was good for their time, so you enjoy them for what they were. Or at least that's what I do. But still, when you go to these car shows and stuff, you got this guy. What's that got in? Oh, that's just small block. I had one just like that right there, had big block in it. I used to take my buddies, I used to take a $100 bill and lay it on the dash, and I'd tell them, I'm gonna hit that gas. When I do, you try to grab that $100 bill off there, and if you can get a hold of it, you can have it. And ain't nobody never could do it. They couldn't. I'd pin them back in the seat, and they couldn't never reach that $100. Never lost $100. Never lost a race with that car. Mine was a big block though. Yeah, or this guy. Well, that's got that big block in it, ain't it? I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd put me a blower on that son of a bitch. I'd put me a blower and about 2-stage nitrous kit on it. So I'd tub this son of a bitch out. Yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd tub it out. If it's mine, I tell you right now, I'd have that thing tubbed out this weekend. And I'd hit the drag strip, that thing right there. It probably don't run too good right now, but if you put a blower on it, it'd do pretty good. Oh yeah, I guess I'm just getting old and hard to get along with my old age, but that stuff gets tiring and boring real quick. Oh man. It doesn't matter how big it is or how fast it is, or It's not enough, you know. I guarantee you, it's just like the Fury, old Mickey, you know, slant six. Well, if I said it had a 440, but I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd put a Hemi in it, you know. I'd put a Cummins diesel swap. It just whatever it was, just not big enough, you know. You know, just not good enough for them. Can't appreciate it for what it is. So that gets old after a while. Hey, how you doing there? Yeah, it's a big block. Yeah, you want to get your picture taken with it? Huh? Yeah. Come on over. Let your kid touch it if he wants to. Like I'm going to car shows with this thing. You know, it's a pretty honest car, pretty decent. I'd rather see a car like this than I would one that's just. And no offense to the, I'm not going to step on anybody's toes, but I've seen enough of the 68, 69, 67 Camaros. I've seen all the Tri-5s. You know, I've seen them all. I still look at them. I still appreciate them. Still work on them from time to time for buddies. But, God, I'm tired of seeing them, you know. They're so, you see so many of them. I like seeing a lot of Pontiacs, Oldsmobiles, Buicks, and the Mopars. You know, I like the Mopars. I'm a Mopar man. But golly, I've seen enough Road Runners and Challengers, you know, and my like B bodies and E bodies. Yeah, you don't see too many E bodies. A bodies, I like A bodies. You don't see too many C bodies. I'm a big C body fan. And those are coming up. Those are, a lot of people are appreciating those more than they used to. Everybody used to just drag the motors out of them and put them in their, you know, B bodies or whatever else they had. But the C bodies, which for the people who are unfamiliar with that, are your big Furies, Polaras, Chrysler, Newports, New Yorkers, stuff like that. They're the big cars, you know. And I'm partial to the fuselage ones. It looks got the rounded sides on it, but they're getting more popular than they used to be. So that's a good thing. But if you have one of those and it's not a 440, you know, and it's not, a lot of these times, I'm not going to mention some other channels, but they'll be looking at a car maybe out in a junkyard or something, and you know, say, well, you know, this one, they'll pop, but this one's just a small block, you know, this one's just a 283. So that's a pretty nice car. I mean, maybe not a nice car, but it's a piece of history, you know. It's just a bum. Well, you know, this one's a 4-door. Yeah, it's like, say, taking this one to a car show, probably not going to happen. It's a green 4-door. And it's not even a, you know, sometimes the hard tops, those are pretty popular, but sedans, people don't like. I always like the sedans myself, look like police cars, you know. I don't like the hard tops. I don't like the whistling wind around all the windows on them and stuff. But a lot of people do, and that's fine. This is definitely not one and it has to be in a lot better condition than this to take to the car show. It's pretty rough, even though it's low miles and everything. And I'm trying to get the air conditioning working on it. Put the belt back on there today, and everything seems, I got the compressor kicking on. Everything sounds good, but I've changed it over to 134. But those little cans that you buy, it just, I get about half a can in it, and I got to start with another new can. And it's starting to blow cool air, but not cold. And we ran out of Freon, and I said, it's the 4th of July. Me and my son was working on it. I said, you know what? Heck with it, good enough. I'm gonna take it out here and wash this motor again. Kind of go over it again and just mess around here with it a little bit. I changed the, I worked around on the timing, and the vacuum advance. This has got the TCS system on it, I believe. That these early 70s, they was fighting with you know, the cafe regulations and stuff like that, trying to get the emissions down, and that instead of the vacuum going directly from a vacuum port on the carburetor, or you know, engine vacuum over to the vacuum advance, it goes through a thermal ported switch that won't let it advance, and unless it's in like 3rd gear or at 220 degrees, and when it starts getting hot, then it'll advance it while it's in 3rd gear or while you're idling around. It's just, and inevitably those systems just, a few little things go wrong with them, and I'm not familiar enough with them to know exactly what, you know, what does what. Well, I do, but not good enough to troubleshoot it. And my troubleshooting is run the hose, unhook all that stuff, plug it off, leave it on there, you know, it's still on there. But run that hose from the vacuum advance to the carburetor and be done with it. Not the ported vacuum port, but the one that just goes directly to the engine vacuum all the time. Then you can time it, and the distributor's probably not curved for that, but I'm gonna fool around with it, try to get my total timing right. See how it does. Right now it's doing pretty good. The tires are falling apart. I mean, there's just, you can't drive it down the road. I tried, I fooled with the timing here a little bit and tried to take it out the road about a mile. There's chink, chink, flip, flop, flip, 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 pieces are coming off these tires. Like, no, I gotta get some tires first thing, or the next thing, before I go doing these speed trials with this sucker. But yeah, it does pretty good. But I just wanted to sit here and have a little fireside chat. I see a lot of these guys doing that, or a little rocket side chat here, a rocket emblem. But a little rocket side Oldsmobile chat beside the old car, like some of these YouTubers do. We'll see how that goes over. Probably not too good, because I'm not too good at this. You know, I'm better with just doing wild and crazy stuff. But that's it. And there'll be some more videos on this. I'm gonna get some tires on it. Maybe try to get the air conditioning going. I need to go someplace that has a big can that they can put it in there, or I have to use 2 or 3 half cans, you know, to get it on up there to where it's working right. But I believe it's going to work, and that will be nice if it does. I'm going to like that. I'm going to probably be pumping the gas in the back of it and just going down the road with the air conditioning on, and with the big block cruising down the road. Yeah, it's a big block. That way, when I pull up to the gas station or the grocery store or whatever, and, hey, what's that got in it? Big block? Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's what mine had. My uncle had one that he'd take $100 bill and lay it on the dash. Let me tell you what he'd do.